Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever part of the world you are. A very warm welcome to Empowered You, Kala Natrajan ke saath. Before I begin, I would love to thank all the viewers, our audience who have taken out time to view this show. 10 News Live is a beautiful platform to know the stories of different people from different parts of the world, from different walks of life. Today we have a very special guest. Before I introduce her, I would like to introduce myself to you. My name is Kala Natrajan. I'm author and co-author of 18 books. I'm a motivational speaker and founder of the program called Empowered You. Through my program, I help people build confidence and self-worth. I help them believe in their potential so much that they are able to achieve all their goals and be happy in life. So today we have with us a beautiful lady named Mrs. Sarojini Dutta. Her husband was her late husband, Mr. Dutta, was an Air Force officer. She herself is she has done BA in psychology honors, but she had a passion for painting, and she has taken up that so seriously that she's a great painter, and she holds exhibitions all over the world. Not only this, she's multi talented, she's also a tarot reader, and she's a healer who heals people. Hello, Mrs. Sarojini Datta. Very warm welcome to you to 10 News Live. Can you hear me? Hello, Sarojini. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. There was some problem. I couldn't hear you earlier. Hello,
Yeah, I
Kala.
said a very warm welcome to you to our 10 News Live. Would you like to say something to welcome our viewers?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm feeling really honored, and I hope we can have a wonderful session today and a mutual discussion. Thank you so much, Kala.
Okay, no problem. My pleasure. So, I will call you Sarojini. Generally,
Yeah,
I call you Pinky, your pet name, but now I'll call you Sarojini. So,
yeah.
Sarojini, you are actually a graduate in psychology. What made you take up the field of painting? How did you get into it?
Actually, it should be the other way around. You should ask me how did I get into psychology, because
Okay.
painting was always my hobby and passion since I was a child in school. And in fact, I always thought I would go in for higher studies in art. But, I'm talking about years ago when the scenario was different and everybody thought having a degree was the most important thing. And unfortunately, in the days when I had to go to college, the art colleges did not give degrees. So I succumbed to pressure at home, and I was told that no, you must do a degree first and then follow whatever you want to do. And when I had this option, the only subject that I thought would interest me was psychology, because I've always been interested in the behavior of people and personalities and why such and such person behaves in a certain way. So when I had no other option to follow art, I thought this was the next best thing for me to do. So actually, I went into psychology because I had to take a degree in a subject, and fortunately, it was something I enjoyed learning from.
Yeah, psychology is a very interesting subject.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so going forward, Pinky, Sarojini, viewers want to know what's your niche in painting. What do you paint? I mean, generally, or can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, actually, I restarted really seriously painting in the last 12, 13 years. As you said, after my husband passed away, I had time on my hands. And I think painting was something that took me away from feeling bad, feeling sorry, feeling lonely. So I started off kind of reinventing myself, because for years I had not really painted seriously. So initially I started off picking up all the, very pretty things around me, and, looking at nature and looking at landscapes. So I do enjoy bringing home on my canvas whatever I see in the outer world. So honestly, it's more about realism. And I feel that when I've come home, it's like capturing a memory that I have of a certain place, person, or even nature. But slowly, I'm been indulging in different kinds of mediums. I do acrylics, I do oils, I do watercolors, and I enjoy each medium while I'm at it. But there is no particular niche that I would say that I'm in. I just like to keep experimenting every time.
I've seen your paintings in Facebook, etc., landscape, etc., and they are really awesome.
Thank you so much.
So, Pinky, I heard that you hold exhibitions regarding painting. Can you throw some light on that? I mean, is it on a national level or is it on an international level? I think you travel a lot for your exhibitions.
I enjoy traveling, so that you can say the painting gives me an opportunity to travel, and traveling gives me an opportunity to paint. So I use both interlinked. But when you talk about exhibitions, honestly speaking, when I was 16 and I just passed out of school, I held my first exhibition at that point. But soon after that, like I said, psychology honors and then marriage, children, family kept me busy for the next 30 plus years. And my one now challenge became that I should be able to hold my own solo exhibition. And I did that fortunately. Finally, it was like a dream come true, and it was like proving to myself that I could do it. In 2020, fortunately, just before the pandemic, I had my solo show after a long gap. And I was very happy because there was a good response. I sold quite a few paintings. So that started me on a roll. And honestly, I keep taking part in many group shows and any online exhibitions, because what this field taught me that I need to keep on working and different, basically an artist needs exposure, and it's not easy to hold solo exhibitions every so often. So I keep, whenever I'm I start networking. And luckily, because I'm now members and I'm connected to a lot of other artists in this field, which I had no knowledge of some years back. So that has helped me keep in touch with the art world. And whenever I find there is a possibility of showing my painting, showing my works, because there's no point keeping those paintings at home unless you're showing your work to people. So I just find the right place, the right time, and I join those exhibitions. And again, I'm looking forward now to having a solo exhibition, hopefully the end of this year. So I think that's something that keeps the artist going, because just painting and holding them at home really has no meaning till you expose your work to others. Let people enjoy what you're doing, because the whole purpose of painting is that you're doing something that will bring pleasure to the people who are watching. That is the main thing.
Very true. Can you tell us some of the paintings which you did, last few paintings? What were those on? I mean, what was the subject of the painting?
Actually, I don't have anything right now. I was not prepared to show you anything. But
No,
yes,
you
I
don't
like
have
the,
to show.
yeah,
You just
because
have to.
right. You see, like I said earlier, I love to travel. So when I'm traveling, my sketchbook goes with me everywhere, and if possible, my watercolors. So I think the last few paintings that I did was either a landscape from where I've been to, or a scene from, people that I've met. And recently, I've started practicing doing a lot of flowers and nature. So a lot of my paintings now are related more to nature and to birds and to flowers and things like that. But still, my favorite remains people and landscapes.
So you work hard a lot. How many days does it take to paint? I've got
It
one question from my Empowered You group.
Okay. See, if it's an acrylic painting on a large scale, it could take anything up to a month plus. And then there are times when we all, as women, have certain commitments. So painting could start off. I would work on it for maybe 10 days, giving nearly 3, 4 hours a day. And then something would happen to make me put it aside. And then I pick it up after a month and then complete it. But usually I find that it's best to finish a painting in one go, even if it takes 10 days. That's usually with the acrylics. But my watercolors, when I do it, I usually, a good painting takes me 4 to 5 days minimum, with at least 4 to 5 hours of work every day. So it, and there is also, on the other hand, sometimes I do plein air. Plein air means I go outdoors and do it. So those are quick paintings that we may do in 2 to 3 hours also. So there is, it really depends on the subject and the kind of work you're putting in. But I have done paintings which have taken me up to a month and a half to 2 months also.
I just got a question. You do more of, you do more of oil color painting or watercolor painting?
No, I prefer watercolors for both, because they are a challenge. Number one, because when you do watercolors, you can't make too many mistakes. So for me, I love to do something that is challenging. Then I love the transparency of the colors, and thirdly, I love the quickness of the painting that I can do. Like I can even carry my colors outdoors and work on it. Whereas carrying acrylics, canvas, easel becomes a little more cumbersome to carry outdoors. So I usually find that I prefer doing watercolors most of the time. That is my favorite medium. But yes, on demand, when I feel like making something different or on a very large scale, then I prefer doing acrylics.
So the clients who have purchased your paintings, they also love watercolor paintings.
Yes, we have all kinds of people, I think, but I would say that the general public, more people are attracted by acrylics and oils, because canvas, the largeness, the brightness of the colors is what attracts a lot of people if they want to put a big painting in their sitting room. But there is a huge segment of people who love the delicacy and the transparency of watercolors. So we do have, but of course, honestly speaking, I find that more people like the brighter canvases. But I'm very happy because there are lots of them who appreciate watercolors also. So
Okay.
it's not that they don't have a fan following as such.
Actually, I too am interested in painting, and I'm not a bad painter, but I never pursued it.
That, I'm sure anybody can paint when they put their mind to it, because this is something that it comes from within. It doesn't have to be a realistic painting. It's just the colors and the thought that you put onto the canvas. And I believe that anyone can pick up a brush and start. It's just a question of putting your heart to it. That's all. And one doesn't have to. It's more about enjoying the process than actually ending up with a fantastic masterpiece, because it's the meditative quality of the painting that you do, the time that you spend, the happiness you get when you're putting the colors to the paper or the canvas. It's more about that.
The journey is enjoyable.
Yes, that's what.
Very well said, Pinky.
Thank you.
Pinky, I'm curious to know, and also our viewers, that you're also into tarot reading.
Yeah, that's
Does
true.
tarot reading help people? And can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah.
Because we are all like strangers.
Actually, I've always been interested in the astrological sciences, in the occult sciences. And I think my interest grew even more after my husband passed away, because we were fairly young. And I think that's when, you start searching for answers. You start looking around and wondering why certain things happen. Is it destiny? Is it something that you did wrong or right, or whatever it is? So in that process, I researched, and I found many forms of trying to different stories about birth and death and things like that, and astrology, everything. So while I was in that search, I found tarot reading very interesting, because firstly it did not need a very scientific, very mathematical calculations, which I thought I was not very good at. And I found it connected with me, because it's not a mathematical science. It's an intuitive science, and I've always found personally that I have a stronger sixth sense. I have a stronger intuitive sense, and somehow when I picked up the tarot cards, I felt that maybe this can help me, help others, as it helped me when I did my first tarot reading with somebody. And mystically, it explained a lot of things to me. So ever since I picked it up about 13 years back, I found other people who were doing it, and I found their answers were very interesting. Of course, like I said, you have to connect to the cards. You have to really feel that, yes, they are telling you something, and the interpretation has to be right. And I think in any dealing like this, your intent has to be correct. The idea is to be able to help people honestly. And the thing is that with tarot or with any other science, I think it is not me who does it. I'm always grateful to the divine's, being or the spirit that helps me answer whatever questions. It doesn't come from me itself. So it's just about me reading the cards in the right way. And over the years, when I've done it for people, I'm not a very I don't promote myself. I don't talk about it much. It's more word of mouth. I feel that people come back because somewhere those readings, I do not say a hard and fast. It's not black and white. There's always a gray in between. And the tarot cards give you an option, because I think life always gives everybody two options. And it's up to you to take one path or the other. So tarot intuitively guides you and tells you, well, if you do this, this is what will happen. And if you do the other way, this is what will happen. Now it is up to you to choose the path that will take you the right way. And I think with that guidance and with the conviction that, okay, if you do this, this is what will happen, people are left with a lot of hope. They know now that what next we need to do. So I think a lot of people go away feeling hopeful. I will not say that I've set them on the right path. I'm not, but they can understand more that where they are headed and what is right and wrong for them. So I think that gives a lot of happiness and joy when somebody feels, because I think losing hope in life is the worst thing that can happen to anybody. Even when you're in the dumps, when you have lost your loved ones, when you've lost everything, life still tells you that you have to live on. So if you have to live on, you need hope. And if through my tarot or through even my paintings or through talking to people, if I can give even a little bit of hope to somebody, I feel that it's a good day for me and for the other person. That's how I feel tarot helps a lot, because it helps give hope and guidance to people.
Yeah, and also, if I'm not mistaken, the guidance it gives is about you, how you have to change,
Yes.
and
Yes.
what transformation you need to bring in you so that you
Absolutely.
will get what this result.
Right. Absolutely. So eventually, you are the maker of your own destiny. And when we go to astrologers, agreed, they give you hard and fast. This is going to happen. This will happen regardless. But I believe that if we choose a certain path, then it does not have to happen. Except, of course, birth and death are not in anybody's hands. But I think one can change the impact of certain things that are going to happen in your life. You can change them, you can make them better, or you can take a path that will keep you safe and protected from whatever is supposed to happen. So somehow I found that tarot reading was a safer, sweeter, uh, not a scary way of telling people what to do next. Because some people really get disturbed when they hear from something from an astrologer. And I think sometimes they end up manifesting what the astrologer has said. But if I am telling them in a nice way that this is what they have to do, it doesn't scare them. It just puts them on the right path. So I feel it's a nicer way of and it's very it's eye opener for me. It helps me also feel settled once I've spoken to people after doing a tarot reading. That's
Gives a sense of fulfillment that you have helped somebody.
Yes, definitely, there's nothing better than that.
Absolutely, Pink, Sarojini. And Sarojini, you are also a healer.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
you,
right.
what healing do you do? And I
I
mean,
Actually, again, I will not call myself a healer. I'm not a healer. We call ourselves healing facilitators. The healing again is in your own hands. You heal yourself. We only help you, like I said, with the tarot. And there's another there. I've done a few other courses which I've done, from certain mentors. One particular one that I name is like radical healing, which is based on affirmations and understanding how your body reacts to certain emotions and thoughts. And we all understand, I think most of us know that thoughts and emotions are the basic cause of all the ailments that we have. If we keep having negative stress and negative thoughts, we are going to fall sick in some way or the other. So once we understand what is the cause of our stress, what is the cause of our being negative. If we can remove that negativity from our minds, when if we can think positively, and so radical healing. And even I would say, I'm a Buddhist, I follow nature in Buddhism, and whatever I've learned from there and what I practice has helped me remain more positive, and this is the positivity I like to pass on to others. So I think when we remain positive anyway, the problems become less. So we only help people see the problems for themselves, see where the problem lies within the core of their hearts and minds, and then they are ready to set course, because unless you go to the root of the problem, you will not be able to sort it out. So I do no healing. I'm not a faith healer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not some divine saint, nothing. I'm an ordinary person who just likes to help you find out where your problem is. And then you do your own affirmations, you do what is right for yourself, change your own thinking, and you are on the way to healing yourself. So I will never call myself a healer. It's a facilitator. I just help people do that.
So affirmations do help a lot
Definitely. I think
in
because it,
positive thinking. I
yeah,
have experienced that.
like we always say, fake it till you make it. So we sometimes may not believe in the affirmation, but the more we keep on saying positive words, positive thoughts, automatically somewhere it will get ingrained in your mind in the next 10 days, 15 days, 20 days. So you persevere with those positive thoughts, and you find that your whole thinking has changed, and automatically the aches and pains that you're going through will also disappear slowly, slowly. So you've healed yourself by changing yourself and your thought. That is all.
Well said, Sarojini. I would now like to ask you, you're into several things which helps people and you get fulfillment out of it. So what's your mission in life, kind of?
I know mission and all sounds so big and so, like far away. I would say that I'm some big mission seeker.
Voice is breaking. Yeah, now it's okay.
I think my life now is more about remaining as happy as possible, to create positivity, whether it is through my paintings or through my work, through my talk. I think that itself is my mission, that I should keep on creating value in the lives of others.
Okay.
So, yeah. It's
And
a day to day. It's a day to day mission that I hope till the end of my day that I will be able to continue to create value in other people's lives. That's it.
yeah, that gives a lot of satisfaction and happiness.
Yeah.
When you light a lantern for others, it brightens up your own way.
Absolutely, well said. So I really hope that I can continue to do something that will, keep inspiring, keep on giving some kind of joy to other people in whichever way I can. And if I want that when I go, at least, it will leave a good, feel good feeling for everyone.
Pinky, what message would you like to give to our viewers?
Well, there's no high five message that I would like to give, but I have two things that I really tell people is never give up. Always keep trying. Even if you get negative answers, the something or the other will change if you keep trying. What is the harm in trying, even if you fail once? Yeah, you can always change your path and keep trying. So never give up. Number one, and this my second policy is that it's never too late to learn. I've heard so many people are now, so we are too old, we can't do this, we can't do that. I don't think age limits you for anything. And
Age is
even
just a
now today,
number.
absolutely. Even today, I keep taking courses, whether they are online, I keep learning from people. I still keep on. I may not use it or I may use it, but it is so much fun learning. And I think I keep telling everybody that it is never too late to learn anything. And there is never any age when you will stop learning. People who say, "Oh, I know everything. Now I have nothing left to learn." I don't believe that. Actually, they don't know anything then if they say that. I think there is always something new to learn in life, and one must keep learning till the end of their days. That is, I think, what everyone should do, really.
Thank you, Pinky. Very sorry again, I called you Pinky. Thank you, Sarojini, for coming on this show and talking so well. We got lot of insights. Hoping to
Thank
see you again. Thank you,
thank you.
viewers. Thank you, 10 News Live team, for the
Thank
technology. Bye.
thank you.
Everyone
Thank you
can
all
do
so
that.
much. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show. All the
My
best
pleasure.
and good night. Good night.